farm hands, my name is Gata, and welcome back to Minecraft. It's been a little bit since we last saw each other. I've been hard at work on the mod pack, trying to get it ready for a public release, that's right. Very shortly, y'all will be able to play the game along with me with the exact same mods and configs and all that jazz. But it's not quite ready just yet. If you hold out to the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly when you'll be able to play. But until then, there are a few things that I want to do around the farm. First of all, it is no longer spring. Like, spring has come and gone, like, I'm pretty certain June has come and gone by the time this video goes out, and it is firmly summer. The Serene Seasons mod that we have gives us the ability to only grow certain crops during certain seasons, and as you can see here, all of our spring crops aren't doing the thing no more. They all kind of frozen in time. They haven't turned to weeds or anything, which is okay. It means we can get the seeds back at least. But we do need to swap these crops out with stuff that will actually grow during the summer. Let me show you real quick. As I've been hopping on and off the server, I've been slowly harvesting what pops up. And this is what we've got. We've got like 3, almost 4 full stacks of oats. Over here we have a smaller amount of, what is this? This is the cabbages! My cabbages! We almost have 2 full stacks of these. Not as good as I was hoping. I was hoping to get full chests of these before the season went out, because each season lasts like 3 IRL months. But it just goes to show you how little attention I've been giving this series. But no matter. We need to gather all of these up and bring them into the house. Let's go ahead and harvest these up too. Once we get into the house, we'll get to our fridge, and we'll see what other stuff we've managed to gather that we can plant and start growing here. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, we managed to get almost a full inventory's worth of this stuff. So maybe it wasn't all that bad after all, now that I have it all in front of me. For our very first crop, our very first harvest, this is actually pretty darn good. So I can handle that. I can live with that, I guess. One of the things that we definitely are going to want to do moving forward is start looking at automation. There are ways that we can automate the planting and harvesting of crops, so all we gotta do is put them in the ground, turn on a machine, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you know how it goes. We'll automatically be able to have all of our crops sucked into an inventory somewhere for us to use at our leisure. Now let's see what we have in here. So obviously, wow, actually, we're not going to have room for all of this in the fridge. Maybe we can put this into a side cabinet down here? Yeah. Let's drop all of these in here. We can, oh, actually, the peas can continue growing in the summer. Oh, I didn't know that. Do any of these also grow in the summer? The barley does. I didn't need to take those away. Okay. Cabbages, oats, celery. Okay, so the rest of these are all spring stuff. Alrighty then. Yeah, some things will grow on more than one season. I'm not quite sure if they use real life growing season to determine this sort of thing. I never really looked into it. But let's see what else we have that we can plant. Let's see. So, this is spring, and autumn. Oh! Sugarcane. We can grow sugarcane. I like some sugarcane. We can go regular seeds. Corn. Did I sort these? I feel like I sorted these. So all of this should be summer. Yeah. That looks about right. All of this looks like summer. Some of this is okay. Now we're getting into autumn. Okay. So we got amaranth, which we definitely want because Ewan eats those. Kohlrabi. What is kohlrabi for? I've never heard of this. It appears to be used as a vegetable. I don't know if there's anything in particular that we can only make only using kohlrabi. It feels more like a stock sort of thing. But, you know, we'll put it in the ground. Why not? Corn. I'm excited about getting some corn. Some fresh buttered corn. Sounds good to me right about now. Cotton. Cotton is string, I believe. Yeah. This goes string. And string makes wool, I think? So this is a good crop to have. Especially since I don't plan on going and fighting any spiders anytime soon. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go ahead and plop all of these down. And actually, you know what? While we're here, there is one more thing I do want to grab before we leave the house. Before we left our good friend Taylor's, she gave us a gift. And that was chickens. We still have them in these mob imprisonment tools. I hope they're okay in there. Now that I think about it, it has been a month since we shoved them into the little balls. So we'll have to see if they're still alive in there. But once we get the farm taken care of, once we get the crops down, I want to build a chicken coop. And I considered a couple places of where to put the chicken coop. I thought putting it next to the barn where Ewan is would make sense. But with my real life chicken coops, I realized that I kind of want them actually closer to the house. So if anything starts trying to get in there, trying to get after our chickies, I'm relatively nearby, and I'll be able to take care of them, you know? So let's plop all of these down. Let's see, do I have only one of something? I don't. I'm just throwing them all into one for now, because it's all we have. I'm going to have to redo these plots entirely, since they were made specifically with our spring crops in mind. I'm going to have to change the size and locations of a few of these, just to make up for the fact that we have a great number of things we want to plant this season. So for right now, I'm just going to jam them to the ground and kind of grow up a backstock of them. Will this be confusing in the future? Probably, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Last episode, we visited my good friend Taylor, and she showed us her whole chicken setup. I don't want to have, like, an individual pen for each species of chicken. I don't want to have something that expansive, but I was really impressed by her automated redstone feeding mechanic that she had going there. She didn't explain to me exactly how it worked, so I'm going to try to have to, like, reverse engineer it using what I know about redstone, and hopefully come to something relatively similar. I'll explain how it works as we goes along, but basically, what we're going to be doing is trying to use the chicken's natural behavior against them. For example, the chickens like to, when they go to bed at night, because there's like a whole thing in Animania where they go to sleep when the sun goes down, it's very cute, they roost and all that, they will first try to find a block that they register in their little birdie brains as being a bed block. And I can change this in the config to include other stuff, but one of the things that they like to use for beds is straw, and I have here a couple, right? It is made by just putting some wheat into your crafting inventory, and there you go. And it works kind of like carpet. Let me show you. So when the sun goes down, and the birds say to themselves, oh boy, it's bedtime, they will naturally seek these blocks out to sleep on before any other block. So, the idea is that we are going to be putting pressure plates in the door. Actually, I couldn't think of it. I think I need to use one wider. Pressure plates in the doorway, so that when they walk in at night, when the sun goes down, they'll trigger the redstone mechanism and set this whole thing a-going. Now, let's see here. So, what we're going to need is we're going to need some redstone. And we're going to put it here. Oh, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? Immediately I have an issue. We're only going to want the pressure plates to be on these front two bits. So maybe we could do something more like... No, that's not going to work either, is it? Already this is an issue. I'm trying to think of a way that I can explain this without just showing it to you. Maybe if we just do one, we can try to duplicate it elsewhere. So yeah, let's just stick with doing one, right? So we also are going to need a redstone torch. Get a couple of those. And where's my wood? Let's make a crafting bench real quick. So I'm going to get a little more space for this next section. We're also going to want to make a dispenser. Now a dispenser is made from... Oh, I need a bow. For that I need string, and I don't think I actually have any string. Uh-oh. Let's look. Oh, we do have that cotton we just planted. So, yeah, I get some bones right here. We can try to bone meal that up and get some cotton out of it. Because cotton makes string. Yeah, we don't have any string in these chests. That figures. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Now, which one is the cotton? Mustard, cucumber, onion, one in here. I was literally just saying there's going to be a problem, didn't I? Bell peppers and lettuce. Cotton. Oh, okay. Never mind. I found the cotton. Look at this. There we go. Grab this right up. And this as well. Let's see. Use the cotton to make 3 cotton makes 2 string. That's not exact cotton candy. Ooh, that sounds fun. Not quite the return I was hoping for. But we can turn this into bone meal. And we can just real quick, like, get all of this taken care of. Okay. Alright, that ought to be enough, I think. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So we make the bow right there, here. String. Alright, so we got a bow. Put all these back. We put you here, redstone here, a bunch of cobble around like this, and we have a dispenser. Okay. Now let's see here. So we're gonna want this to be back in the wall like so. Yeah, we'll put the wall around it, which does mean I'm going to want this moved. Alright, we're going to put a redstone torch down, if I can reach it. And that click you heard was the redstone signal powering this dirt block, which in turn triggers the dispenser. Now, if we go ahead and put this redstone here. No, I think I did this wrong. Because this redstone needs to be unpowered so that it becomes powered when the pressure plate above it is activated. So we actually want to elevate this by 1. So what will happen instead is that the redstone, when activated, will power this dirt block, which will turn off this redstone torch, because a redstone signal underneath a torch makes it go inactive. And then, when this signal ends, because they step off the pressure plate, this block will no longer be powered, which means the redstone torch will turn back on, which will then trigger the dispenser. Okay, I figured it out. I've done it. I solved the redstone puzzle. So, let's get... let's use oak. Why not? We'll use oak for the flooring, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a bunch of this in here. I'll have to dig it up again in a second. Actually, I don't even know why I'm filling the whole thing in. We just want this area in front of it. And we're going to need seeds. Can I... Oh. Darn it. Hold on a minute. Now where did I put the wheat? This is ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Break this, grab some seeds, put a little more down. Just break all of these since they're ready. There we go. Is that everything? Okay. Alright, so we're going to put all these seeds in here. And then we're going to go over here and we are going to make pressure plates. Let's make them out of spruce so they're dark and visible against the floor. I need 2 anyway. Alright, so spruce pressure plate. We put one here, which is over the redstone. And for this example, I'm going to pretend to be a chicken. Alright? I have a lot of experience with chickens. I feel as though I have researched the role fairly well. So if you'll allow me, without further ado, I shall be our chicken. Oh, it did work. For a second there, I thought all my chickening was going to be in vain. But now I gotta step off the pressure plate for it to actually... Okay. So yeah, there we go. So the moment a chicken walks over this pressure plate, it will turn the redstone power beneath on. Actually, can I remove that? Maybe make that visible. Let's try this again. Let's try this one more time. Okay. And we'll break this as well. Alright. So let's see. No, I'm not going to make this visible, am I? Here, let's break this, right? Okay, so now we can see, okay? So... And then I step off of it. It unpowers, and it triggers the dispenser. Fantastic. Alright, so now we know in theory that this setup does work. Now we gotta figure out how to get multiples of these to exist at the same time because redstone is funky. We can't have two straight lines going across like this. If I put redstone down here, it'll curve. And if we go too far, well, maybe... Well, yeah, no, see, at this point, when it connects, it stops powering this block. It no longer goes to it. It'll just constantly rotate around itself. And that's not what we need. There's gotta be a way we can do this, though. What if we used redstone repeaters? Yeah, how about repeaters? Whoops. Repeater, there's no S in that. There we go. So a repeater is redstone torch, redstone, and then cooked stone. Oh, there's a variant that oh, thank you, Quark, for adding this recipe in. There's a recipe that you can just use the sticks and craft it all at once. That's nifty. Alright, I know I have some cooked stone. Let's grab that and make ourselves a couple of repeaters and see about recreating this success. Okay, so it was these here, and then one of you, and then we'd have cooked stone along the bottom, and that makes one repeater. Ooh, we're gonna need two of these, aren't we? So yeah, let me grab this one. I need more sticks now. It's always something. It's always something. Let's use that recipe from Quark so I can shave a step off of this. There we are, 2 repeaters. Okay. So let me explain how the repeaters work, yeah? So repeaters, they don't connect the same way redstone dust does. It will continue a redstone signal across a distance. So for example, if I were to take, if I were to power this, it would go through like a regular signal, and I can actually fiddle with how long it takes before the signal is carried on. So you'll notice when I put it here, there was a little bit of a delay there. Yeah. The thing is, right, that it can only be powered in like this direction. I could put redstone here, nothing happens. It doesn't go into it, it doesn't get power from it. It kind of acts like a buffer. If this had been regular redstone, this whole thing would have connected up, and that's what we don't want to happen because we're working in a very small space. So, if we strategically put redstone repeaters around so that the things that we want to get powered, and the ones that we don't necessarily want to get powered, don't get powered, if that makes any sense, then we should be in business. Let's see here. Now, I believe we put one here. Yeah, so that will connect up. Okay, so if we have a pressure plate on either of these 2 spots of redstone, the redstone power current thing will continue through both this line of redstone dust and these repeaters, regardless of which one gets triggered, and which is very important. So let's put this down. Let's... Yeah. Although, this one's still... Oh, this one is still delayed for some reason. It kept delay even though I broke it. Let's try that again. I wanted to go off at the exact same time. There we go. Okay, yeah, and see, actually, you can see it properly now. This is what it looks like when the redstone torch is, like, anti-powered. It's like dividing by 0, I guess. It goes into negatives. Yeah, there we go. Is this using... No, it is not using up the seeds, even because there's already seeds on the floor, so it's just not dispensing any. That's nifty. Let's grab our second dispenser. And I think I actually gotta stand on this in order for it to work. There we go. Then we will close this up. Okay. Put all the seeds in here, actually. Let's take a seed or 2 out of this. And... very nice. Fantastic. Okay. So we have our mechanism. What we now need is to get that straw down. So let's put 1, 2, I can make a couple more. The birds deserve it, why not? And bop, bop. Alright, so when they enter this building, they'll go to bed and they'll go, ah yes, fantastic, and they'll wake up and look, they'll have breakfast in bed. It's right there. It's right there for them. Isn't that nice? I think it is. Alright, so now that the mechanism is out of the way, I think I'm going to try to replicate this one more time so we have 2 of these, because I don't know how many birds we're going to have in the end, but I'd much rather, think forward than back. and I will see you guys in just a second. Now, we could put the wall behind these dispensers, but I'm thinking once we get some item pipes, I might have it so that the farm automatically creates the seeds and just has pipes bring them over and insert them into the back of these so that we never run out of chicken food. At least during the seasons where we can actually grow wheat. Just need a few more finishing touches before I think we're good. It looks a little plain right now, all of that brown. I think we need a little bit of something extra to kind of perk it up a smidge. I do have all this bone meal, so first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just lightly sprinkle some bone meal in the corners. There we go. And then maybe over here, just to make it look a little more rustic, a little more rugged. Like I don't mow in there every other day. Alright, and the other thing is I kind of want to make some lanterns. Do I have? I don't have any coal on me. So one of the new mods that I added to this mod pack is called Charm. And among other things, it lets you make some stuff that can only be found in Vanilla 1.14, including this lantern. I don't think it's a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't think they can actually do exactly the same thing, but it's close enough and they look identical. So let me go get a torch real quick, because I have the iron on me for this. I can make the nuggets, I just need to get a torch. Do I have coal? I do have some coal. 4 sounds good to me. Alright, so let's make some torches. Okay, and while we're here, let me put a few of these things up, I don't need them all. Let's grab the water bucket, because we're going to need this to fill that trough. After we get the seeds automated, I would very much like to get the water automated as well, because going back and forth to water Ewan is fine and dandy, but he's down by the well, and there's no well up here, so that's something I actually don't need to think about. Anyway. So let's make those nuggets. I believe we're going to need 8 per, so what's 8 times 4? 16, 32? So that's 9, 18... 27. One more should do, yeah? Yeah, 36. Okay. So let's put these in here. Oh. Oh, you don't get just 1 torch per, you get more. Okay. That makes more sense to me. Okay. Let's make them all. Okay. Now, how do these hang? I think you gotta hang them under something. So if we put one inside, and then one outside, that should do, I think. do I have? I do have some more spruce fences. So I could do something... No, it'll look weird because it's one off. So let's do one like right here. Oh, that's nice. Oh, did it light the inside as well? I don't know. But let's do one right here. Okay. And then let's do the exact same thing over here. And here. Close enough. And also we're going to need to have the straw. Oh, we already have the straw. Okay. Let's use a dirt block to plug this up right now. I'll come back and fix this. No, I won't. I'm going to forget about it forever. This is just how it is now. Oh, well. Alright, so now I think that this place is looking pretty darn good. Let's grab the chickens, and we'll release them from their Pokeballs, and see how they like it. And boop. Oh, and there's the hen. Hello, Chickie. How are you? Taking a deep breath of air like, oh my god, you haven't let me out in a month. Oh, look at it go, pecking the ground and everything. It's so cute. Alright, so this one should be the rooster. And it is! Look at him! Look at his tail feathers! Oh, they're so pretty. I love the speckled look to them. Now, it's not going to be nighttime anytime soon, so we have no way of really making sure this is going to work, but, yeah, should be okay. I'll come by every once in a while and I'll check on them. Oh, pardon me. There is one, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there is one more thing that I'm going to want, and that is a nest. So we're going to want somewhere for this little guy, girl rather, to lay her eggs. She's not like a regular Minecraft chicken, and that is a stick, some wool, and some spruce leaves. I can get the spruce leaves pretty easy, but the wool... Oh boy. Let's grab these shears and head on down to see our good friend Ewan. We haven't seen him in over a month, so hopefully he's not too upset that we kind of just left him here to his own devices. I'm sure he'll be fine, though. We'll grab the wool off of him, and then we'll... Gone fishing? What does that even mean? He doesn't even have thumbs! Ewan! 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 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4!